It's the 7th of June today, and I'm in the greenhouse at home. I'm not down the allotment because there's a thunderstorm going on. It's been rumbling around for about an hour and a half now. We've mainly had rumbles of thunder. We've had a little bit of rain, and every now and then we get a flash of lightning. But it seems, oh, there's one. But it seems to be, the lightning's over there. As long as it stays over there, that's fine. It seems to be a fair way away, so hopefully I'll get this done before it gets too close. What I'm going to show you this afternoon is how to pot up your okra into 6-inch pots. Remember, I sowed these from seed, and then a little while ago I potted them into 3-inch pots, and they've been growing, there we go, on the windowsill in the kitchen. They've been growing beautifully, but now they're tall enough to then be planted into 6-inch pots, and then I am going to keep them in the greenhouse because the weather is warm enough now, and they'll be quite happy to survive. Some of them have done better than others. This is my smallest one, which I'm not very impressed about, so I think I will get rid of that one. Okay, and then I've got this one here, which seems to have lost some leaves. They can be very temperamental. You can start with like a dozen of them and then they gradually drop off. This one's not too bad, although it's got a slight staining of the leaf here. Do be aware, actually this one hasn't got any, but some of them did, that the aphids like them. I've actually had quite a few aphids on these, even though they've been growing on the windowsill in the kitchen. So if you do find that you've got some, just take them off, squeeze them between your fingers and just get rid of them, okay? This one here has actually got some curly leaves here. Can you see that? It's curled up. And this has actually got, there's some aphids, very tiny. I don't know if you can see that little white thing just above my finger. There's an aphid there. So I will go through this one. If you get aphids, it does make the leaves tend to curl up. Okay, so I'll see what I can do with that one. But this one and this one and that one as well, but I can only hold 2. I'm very pleased with. They're doing really well. In fact, this one here, oops, if I can show you, let's do it this way around, has actually started to get had a few little flowers on it here. And there's another one developing just there. Okay, so let's put these into 6-inch pots. I'll show you how to do them. Obviously, if you live in a warmer climate, then you don't need to grow them in the greenhouse. You can just plant them straight outside and they will grow beautifully. But I am not expecting these okra to get much taller than about 18 inches, especially in the UK, they tend not to. So let me show you how I pot them up into 6-inch pots. Right, so get yourself, if you are planting them in pots as I am, get yourself a fairly sizable pot. This I think is most probably a little bit bigger than a 6-inch pot, but it doesn't matter, a little way either side. And all you need to do is you need to put some compost in the bottom, just a couple of handfuls. Okay, and then we're going to get one of these plants. Now you can see that they're actually getting quite tall, so what I want to do is when I take it out of the pot is I want to actually put it lower in this new pot than it was in here. Now these 2 leaves here, these are the baby leaves, so if we go up to there or maybe slightly above, then it will make the plant a little bit more sturdy. So to get it out of the pot, all you do is you use your 2 fingers, put it either side of the stem, hold it firmly, tip it upside down, smack his bottom, and the pot should come off beautifully. Now hopefully you can see there are lots of lovely roots here, so these are doing really, really well. Again, remember, okra don't like to be overwatered. If they are overwatered, then their leaves will start to fall off, which may account to what's happened to some of these. Okay, so we'll just put it up the right way, pop it down into the pot, try and get it as low as you possibly can. You might have to move a little bit more soil just to get it a bit lower, and then all you need to do is just fill in with a bit more compost the rest of the pot. Okay, make sure that you give it a good firm down. I'm just going to get a little bit more compost just to put in there. Okay, if you are worried about them, the chance that they might fall over, then please feel free to stake them. Okay, but you can see that it's much more sturdy now it's been planted a little bit lower and it's in a much bigger pot. Okay, so firm it down nicely, and now it's in a bigger pot, the roots will start to grow out, and the plant, because the roots are growing out, the plant will start to grow out as well. So I'll carry on. I'll do the best of the ones I've got, which is most probably about 4 of them, and then I'll come back to you when I'm done. Okay, well, I've just chosen the 4 best ones. The other ones are just too small, and then no way are they going to catch up, even if I gave them as much TLC as I possibly could. They won't catch up with the way these ones are growing. So I've got the 4, and all I'm going to do now is I'm going to give them a water. Again, water from the bottom, so that it encourages the roots to grow down and to fill up that pot. But make sure that you don't overwater, because the okra don't like being overwatered, and if you do overwater them, you'll notice that the leaves start to fall off. If the compost at the top is dry, then that won't be a problem. They just, as long as their roots are damp, then they seem to be okay. Right, well, that is the okra. That's all done now. They'll stay in those 6-inch pots for the rest of their lives, but when they get some lovely little flowers on, the beautiful yellow flowers or any fruit, then I will let you know, and I'll keep you updated on their progress. It's just started to rain, still thundering. So I'm sure I can find more things to do in the greenhouse. It's incredibly humid, but then that's what brings on thunderstorms. But hey ho, we need a good storm. So that's it. The tomatoes are doing really well. I've got the lettuce, and everything's getting on very, very nicely. So that's really good. It just needs a good old water. So before the heavens open and the storm really hits, that's if it will, I'd better water everything in the greenhouse to keep it happy. Well, I hope you found what I've shown you today useful, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.